Excel 2007 applying a format as table style to a range of cells. In Excel 2003 this was called applying a table auto format. In 2007 it's called formatting as a table. There's a slight difference that I'll point out to you as we go through. So the first step is to have some data, and I've got some here. I'm going to select the data. We don't necessarily have to, because the system will ask us to confirm that data shortly. So I've got my data selected. Make sure I've got the Homes tab selected, and then I'm using the Style section, and in the Style section you can see we've got Format as Table. Clicking on that icon shows us all the tables that are available in different sections. We've got the light section, the medium section, and the dark section, and of course I can scroll down for the rest of those. Simply pointing to a table you like the look of and clicking with the left mouse button applies that table format to your cell range. So let's try that. Before it applies, it just wants you to confirm the cell range. It's picked it up correctly. If it doesn't, simply click and drag at this stage to put the cell range you want to work with inside this box. So you're making sure that's the cells that you want to work with, B5 to E12. And do we want our table to have headers? Now what that means is you've got your data, the top row, is that part of the data, or are they labels? Are they separate to the data? Well, this is very clearly labels, so it's a header row, so we make sure that tick remains where it is. It just means the formatting will be different. We click OK. We can see now, if I just click away, that the formatting has been applied to that cell range. And here's the difference. With format as table, it also gives us these filtering systems. Now I'm not going to talk to you specifically about filtering because we've got another video to do that, but just to show you very, very briefly, if we just want to look at the ASUN row, we can remove the tick from select all, click on ASUN to put a tick in, and OK, and it filters the data down to just show that row. And I'm just selecting all now and OK to put them back. So that's the difference between table auto format in 2003 and format as table in 2007. But other than that, it's pretty much the same. If we want to make alterations to the formatting, we can do. We just need to make sure we've got the Design tab selected. Now there's two ways of doing this. You can simply click on Design, or because the computer knows that we're working with a table now, you can see the words Table Tools selected there. So clicking on Table Tools or Design will change the ribbon to the Design ribbon. I'm not going to talk about all these things that we can do on here, but just one or two. First is you can change the name, so you can call the name something else to change the name of the table. We can add in or remove various aspects to the formatting. I talked about header row before. We can remove it now and it removes the header row, or add it back in. We can add a total row in and it automatically puts a sum there, or take it out. Banded rows, can you see how we've got two different colours of purple? We can make that one just by removing the tick and it just has one colour of shading, or banded. We can do the same with columns. We can have banded columns, and you can see we've got the shadings different in the columns. We can have last column, so that we've got a more bold formatting for the last column, and we can do the same for the first column, more bold for the first column. I quite like that. So you can add in or remove simply by toggling these boxes, and also we can reapply a whole new style just by using this table styles at the right hand side. Now because we've already got a style selected, when we hover over these, it previews that style on your data so you can see what it will look like. The style hasn't been applied. I'm looking there at medium 10. If I move the mouse away, it reverts back to what it was. Hover over and it previews what that will look like. To apply that styling, simply click with the left mouse button and that styling has now been applied. We can use the scroll bars to see more styling, or we can see them all by clicking on the More button. There's back to our original list of tables. Finally, I mentioned about these filters. You might not want those filters. They might be getting in the way of what you actually want to do. You might just want that formatting. If you want that, you need to convert this table back to a simple cell range. And you can do that in two ways. You can either right click, drop down to table and convert to range, or we've got convert to range in the tools section of the design tab. So again, make sure you got the design tab selected, tools section, convert to range. Either of those features works. It brings up this question, do you want to convert to a normal range? Click on yes, and the filtering has been removed. It's no longer a table, so I can't get back into that design aspect, but that formatting has been applied. So in summary, select your data from the Home tab, make sure we've got styles and then format as table, choose the style you want to work with, confirm it, and then on the design tab you can add in and remove the various features. And you can remove the filters simply by converting to range. That is format as tables in Excel 2007.